Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another video and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm here for a list video and it's going to be for albums from 2011 turning 10 years old in 2021. Now, I'm going to be excluding some albums either because they're already 10 years old before I even was able to create this video and whatnot, and some albums are also going to be excluded because either I don't remember much about them or I just don't know about them at all. So yeah, with that being said though, I just wanted y'all to know that before I started with the list itself. But with that being said though, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first album in the list is going to be In Waves by Trivium. Yeah, man, this is one of Trivium's best albums. I mean, it got some slack from some fans and critics, but I don't understand that though, because I think it's a really good album. Sure, it's not in my top 3 for Trivium, but it still is a good album. It's probably my 4th favorite Trivium album, so yeah, either 4th or something like that. Yeah, I don't remember how it would be in a Trivium ranking for me, but it still is a good album though, nonetheless. Got a lot of good songs on the album, such as the title track In Waves. Also have underrated songs like Black. Built to Fall was another great song on that album, just to name a few songs. But yeah, In Waves though by Trivium had to be on here. Great album. Alright, up next is going to be Five Serpents' Teeth by Evil. This is a thrash metal band for those that don't know who this is. They're a really underrated band and they mix like Metallica and Slayer when it comes to their music, so they're probably influenced by them because you can hear it in their music. But yeah, Five Serpents' Teeth though, really good album. You got songs like My Memorim, which is a tribute to their guitarist who passed away in 2009. Really great tribute to Mike Alexander. May he rest in peace. But yeah, this is a really good album. I mean, I don't know every single song on the album, but I know a few songs. But yeah, I still wanted to put that album on here though, because it's such a good album. So yeah, Five Serpents' Teeth by Evil had to be on here. Great album. So if you're a fan of thrash metal, so yeah, if you're a fan of thrash, definitely check out this album. Okay, up next is going to be Unto the Locust by Machine Head. These guys are the pioneers of groove metal, in my opinion. So, yeah, just really great album here. I know it's only like 7 songs, but still pretty good album for what it is. You got songs like Locust, Darkness Within, I think that's the name of that song, Be Still and Know, and a few other songs. But yeah, Unto the Locust by Machine Head, really good stuff here. So yeah, Machine Head's album Unto the Locust had to make the list. So if you're a fan of like bands like Pantera and Down, then Machine Head would be right up your alley as well. But yeah, Unto the Locust by Machine Head has to be on here. Fantastic album. Okay, the next album on the list is going to be American Capitalist by Five Finger Death Punch. Now, this is one of my favorite Five Finger Death Punch albums. I think it would be top 3 for me. So yeah, lots of great songs on this album, like the title track, American Capitalist, Under and Over It, Coming Down, The Pride, Remember Everything, When I Fall, just to name some songs. But yeah, man, this album, it's really good, and many people would say it, some people would probably say it's their last good album, but I kind of agree with that, and I kind of disagree with that, but I still respect your opinion either way, though. But yeah, American Capitalist, Five Finger Death Punch, had to be on here. Great album. Alright, so the next album on the list is going to be 13 by Megadeth. Yeah, man, this is a really good album. Sure, not one of their best, but it still is a very good album to be one of Megadeth's later 2010s albums. But yeah, man, great album. So yeah, with this album you got songs like Whose Life Is It Anyways, Public Enemy #1, the title track 13, and some other songs. So yeah, 13 by Megadeth had to be on this list. Fantastic album. So if you're a fan of Megadeth and you don't really know this album all that much, because I know some other fans aren't really familiar with this album, but if you're not familiar with this album, then I definitely recommend it to you, though. So yeah, 13 by Megadeth had to be on this list. Great album. Okay, so the next album on the list is not a studio album, it's a compilation album, but I still wanted to include it on here because it still was a great album, and it is The Lost Children by Disturbed. Like I just said, this is a compilation album, not a studio album, but it still has to make the list though because it's a good album. It's a B-sides compilation album of like unreleased songs that did not make their studio albums, basically, but yeah, got a lot of good songs on there though, such as songs like Hell, 3, you even got a couple covers on the album. Like, I think it was a cover of one of Judas Priest's songs and a cover of a song by, what was that one band? I forgot their damn name now. But yeah, they have a couple covers on The Lost Children as well as some original songs of theirs that didn't make studio albums of Disturbed's. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, The Lost Children, really good compilation album here. So check it out if you're a fan of Disturbed, if you don't know it. Okay, the next album on the list is The Path of Totality by Korn. Now, a lot of fans give this album a lot of shit because it's not their new metal stuff, because it's more of like dubstep mixed in with metal, or dubstep and new metal mixed together, which, yeah, it wasn't very good, but I admit it is better than their Korn 3 album for sure, because I can't stand Korn 3, but yeah, The Path of Totality, not necessarily a bad album, it's just not very good either, though, but I think it's decent at best for what it is. So yeah, you still got some decent songs on this album, though, like Get Up, Narcissistic Cannibal, that was a good song, and some other good songs. But yeah, The Path of Totality was critically acclaimed by fans, but still think it's a good album for what it is, so I wanted to put it on this list. Okay, so up next in this list is going to be Femme Fatale by Britney Spears. Now, I don't think this is one of Britney Spears' best albums, but it still is a good album. You have some really good songs on it, though, like Hold It Against Me. Criminal was a really good song from that album. And some other songs, but yeah. Femme Fatale, despite it not being one of Britney Spears' best albums that she ever put out, it still was a good album for what it is, so I gotta give Britney credit for that, for trying at least. But yeah, Femme Fatale, still good album though, by Britney Spears. Okay, up next is American Tragedy by Hollywood Undead. Man, just talking about really good rap rock stuff here. Just a really great album from Hollywood Undead. My favorite Hollywood Undead album, and I did review this album on the channel before, so if you haven't saw my review for American Tragedy by Hollywood Undead, then I definitely recommend that, and also recommend the album, of course, because I think this is their best album they've ever put out. Got a lot of good songs like Been to Hell, Apologize, Hear Me Now, Poor Me, Lights Out, among other great songs. So yeah, if you're a fan of rap rock, then this album is definitely for you. Great album. Had to be on here. Okay, up next is Born This Way by Lady Gaga. Yeah, man, I really like this album. Sure, it's not my favorite Lady Gaga album by any means, but I still think it's a good album for what it was, you know? So yeah, still got some good songs on Born This Way by Lady Gaga, such as the title track, Born This Way. Another good song on the album would be Judas. Judas is a great Lady Gaga song. Marry the Night was a good song. Heavy Metal Lover, good song. Pretty underrated from that album. So yeah, you got some good songs on Born This Way from Lady Gaga. So yeah, Born This Way by Lady Gaga had to make the list. Great album. Okay, the next album in the list is going to be Planet Pit by Pitbull. Now, I know I made a video before on one of my other channels called Pop Rap Sucks, but actually don't mind some songs from this Pitbull album, Planet Pit, because it has some really good jams on it, like International Love, Give Me Everything, And I think it also has a song on there with Mark Anthony, which I can't remember the name of that song by heart right now, but I do love that song though. I think it's a great song between Pitbull and Mark Anthony. Great song though. Oh yeah, it's called Rain Over Me. Rain Over Me by Pitbull and Mark Anthony from the album Pitbull. From the album Planet Pit by Pitbull. My bad there, guys. But yeah, despite it being a pop rap album, I think it's got a lot of jams on it. So yeah, if you're a fan of that side of Pitbull, then definitely check it out because it has lots of great and fun songs you can just have a good time to. So yeah, Planet Pit by Pitbull had to be on here. Okay, next album on the list is going to be When the Sun Goes Down by Selena Gomez and The Scene, and I think this was the final album between Selena Gomez and The Scene because she ended up releasing her solo album in 2013, and When the Sun Goes Down came out in 2011, of course, or otherwise this album wouldn't even be in this list. But yeah, this is a really great album. It's probably my favorite Selena Gomez and The Scene album, but I'm not really sure because they did have some good albums when they were together. Selena Gomez and The Scene released really good stuff. But yeah, When the Sun Goes Down, though, it's a really good album, though, regardless of that. So yeah, you got a lot of good songs on this album, like Who Says, and some other songs. It's been a long time, y'all, since I listened to this album, and I can't remember the name of all the songs by heart, so bear with me, guys. But yeah, When the Sun Goes Down, though, by Selena Gomez and The Scene, it still is a good album, though. So if you're a fan of Selena, go check out this album because it's awesome. Okay, up next is Unbroken by Demi Lovato. This is probably my second or third favorite Demi Lovato album. Lots of great songs like Give Your Heart a Break and Who's That Boy with, I think, Dev. I think that's who sings that song with Demi, Dev. Good song. Skyscraper, another great song from Demi's album Unbroken. Just to name a few songs, but yeah. Regardless, though, and otherwise, Unbroken by Demi Lovato is a great album. So if you're a fan of Demi's stuff, check it out. Great album. One of her best. Okay, up next is Stronger by Kelly Clarkson. Really great album here. Pretty underrated, if you ask me. So yeah, this is a great Kelly Clarkson album. Sure, it's probably not my favorite by her, but I still think Kelly Clarkson delivered really well with this album. Lots of great songs like Mr. Know-It-All, the title track Stronger, Dark Side was a good song, among other great songs. So yeah, if you're a fan of Kelly Clarkson, check out this album. It's awesome. Check it out. Okay, up next is going to be For the Record by Miranda Lambert. Yeah, man, you guys already know I'm a big fan of Miranda Lambert. Great country artist here. But yeah, For the Record is one of her best albums. It's probably my second or third favorite Miranda Lambert album. Lots of great stuff on the album like Baggage Claim, Over You, All Kinds of Kinds, Safe, among other great songs. So yeah, if you're a fan of country music, check out this album because it's amazing. One of her best albums for sure. Had to be on here. Alright, the next album on the list is going to be Sticks and Stones by Cher Lloyd. This is a really good album here. I know a lot of people don't like Cher Lloyd because she tries to rap and sing, but I actually don't mind it because I think she does decent at that in her music. But I wanted to put this album on here, though, regardless of people not liking it, because I think she's a good singer. But yeah, Sticks and Stones, though, good album. Lots of good songs, though, like Want You Back. When it comes to song Want You Back, though, I prefer the solo version with just Cher Lloyd in it because I think the other version just isn't as good, though. But yeah, the solo version of Want You Back, though, great song. The other good song on the album would be Oath featuring Becky G, With Your Love with Mike Posner, and all that good stuff. So yeah, Sticks and Stones, Cher Lloyd had to be on here. Great stuff. Alright, the next album in the list is going to be Here and Now by Nickelback. Now, I might get some slack for having this on here, but I can give less of a fuck because I like Nickelback's music, and if people don't, I still respect their opinion, of course. But yeah, Here and Now though, not one of Nickelback's best albums, but it still was a good album for what it was at the time, of its release and all that. But yeah, you got some good songs on this album though, like Lullaby, Trying Not to Love You, This Means War, Bottoms Up, When We Stand Together, among other good songs. So yeah, Here and Now, regardless of it not being one of Nickelback's best albums, still lots of good material on it. So if you're a fan of the band, check out this album, because it is kind of underrated, if you ask me, even though it's Nickelback. They're not underrated themselves, but this album is pretty underrated in my honest opinion. Great album though. Alright, up next in the list is going to be Red River Blue by Blake Shelton. Yeah, man. This album is fucking amazing, man. One of my favorite Blake Shelton albums of all time. Lots of good songs on the album, like Honeybee, the title track Red River Blue, among other good songs. So yeah, Red River Blue by Blake Shelton. Great album. So yeah, if you're a fan of Blake Shelton, check out the album Red River Blue, because it's one of his best albums, in my opinion. Great album. Okay, up next on the list is going to be Barefoot Blue Jean Night by Jake Owen. Yeah, pretty good album here from Jake Owen. Good album. Got a lot of good songs like the title track Barefoot Blue Jean Night, Anywhere With You. I'm trying to remember the name of the songs, guys, because it's been such a long time since I listened to any songs from this album, but it still is a good album. Also got another good song on the album called The One That Got Away. That was a good song. So yeah, lots of good songs on Barefoot Blue Jean Night by Jake Owen. So if you're a fan of like country or country pop, then check out this album, because it's got a lot of good jams on it. Okay, up next is going to be Chief by Eric Church. Another great country album here. So yeah, Chief by Eric Church. Probably my favorite Eric Church album, but that's hard to decide though, because he has lots of good songs from his other albums, of course. But yeah, though, Chief, one of the best country albums of 2011, hands down. Great album here. Had to be on the list, of course, because I am a fan of country music. But yeah, Chief by Eric Church, fantastic album. Lots of great songs like Springsteen, Like Jesus Does, and some other songs. But yeah, Chief, though, by Eric Church, great album. So if you're a fan of him, check out that album, because it is one of his best albums. Okay, we're now near the end of the list, y'all. Just 3 more albums left, so bear with me, y'all. So yeah, up next, though, in the list is going to be Own the Night by Lady Antebellum. Really great album here. You got songs like the song We Owned the Night, Just a Kiss, Dancing Away With My Heart. I think that was the name of that song. It's been such a long time since I heard that song, and I can't remember the title by heart right now, but that is a great song. So yeah, Own the Night by Lady Antebellum, damn well worth being on here. One of their best albums, hands down. Great album. Okay, up next is Tailgates And Tanlines by Luke Bryan. One of Luke Bryan's best albums. Lots of hit singles and lots of number ones for sure. This album basically made Luke Bryan a huge star in the country music community, because he had lots of number ones on this album. So yeah, great album though, one of his best. So yeah, got a lot of good songs on this album, like Drunk on You, I Don't Want This Night to End, Kiss Tomorrow Goodbye, Country Girl Shake It For Me, songs like those, and even some deep cuts that are really good. So yeah, if you're a fan of Luke Bryan, you gotta check out this album, because it's easily, hands down, one of my favorite Luke Bryan albums, and in my opinion, one of his best albums, if it isn't his best album. Just a fantastic country album from beginning to end, every time you put it on. So yes, this album had to be on here. Great album. Alright, the last album in the list is going to be Take a Back Road from Rodney Atkins. Now, when it comes to this album, I don't really listen to it as much as the other albums on the list, especially the country albums that are in this list, but I still think it is a good album for what it is. Still got some good songs though, like He's Mine, the title track Take a Back Road. Farmer's Daughter is included on this album as well, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, Take a Back Road by Rodney Atkins. Regardless of me not listening to it much as I used to, or songs from it, or whatever, I still think it's a good album for what it is. So yeah, guys, that's gonna wrap it up though for this video and for albums from 2011 turning 10 years old in 2021. Let me know some of your favorite albums from 2011 and all that good stuff, because it was a really good year for music, of course. I know I left out some good albums, whether it be some good pop albums or metal albums, but I couldn't include everything in this list, of course. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it though, regardless of that. And with that being said though, I'll see y'all next time. Y'all have a good one, and I'm out. Peace.